This is the NFL Third Floor Truth Part 2. The NFL stands for three things: money, timing, situation. The NFL is a $169 billion industry, and the money will come first, always. So I'm going to tell you about how your mindset should be when business comes your way, meaning uncontrollable things, meaning getting cut, meaning getting put on a different team, meaning the money's not there with you, and knowing your leverage. The N to the F to the L. So the N, meaning the money. The money will always come first. And what I mean is could be what round you were drafted in, and that is the money invested into you. Now, meaning that they invested that money into you, they're going to need a return on their investment, meaning the production of you as an athlete on the football field. Now, the F, timing, meaning what is the organization's situation? Super Bowl contenders, rebuilding, they won the Super Bowl last year, or are they in the hunt? Now, the L, meaning what is the organization looking for you to come in as? Are you a starter? Are you a second guy? Or are you a developmental guy they're trying to develop in a year or two? Or are you a football player, meaning you have to play on kickoff, special teams, kickoff return, and punt return, and whatever necessarily other things they need you to do as far as to help the team to be greater than last year. Let's talk about the controllable and the uncontrollable. Everybody's going to get fired. Everybody's going to get hired. There'll be new adjustments the year prior, the year then. There's 32 football teams in the NFL, and there'll be only 2 in the Super Bowl, and there'll be only 1 to win the Lombardi Trophy. Now, what you can control is your attitude, your demeanor, and how you conduct business even when it's not in your favor. The NFL is a business, and the money will always come first. Adjustments will be made in your favor or not. Now, the uncontrollable and the controllable. Give you a scenario. You're going through camp. It's the last day of cuts of the 2023 53-man roster. That is the day where you're going to either be elevated or terminated. You'll figure out whether you're going to be on a P squad somewhere else or you're going to be on an active roster somewhere else. Now, the day of, you get in the room and it is the final cutoff time, the final cut 53-man roster. You go through your meetings. You're finna go on the field and walk through the plays and all of the adjustments that coach talked about in that last meeting. You walk outside. There is as we call it in the NFL, the Grim Reaper, and basically is the guy that tells you to go upstairs, which means you're not going to be on the team, basically. And basically is the Grim Reaper of telling you you're cut. He tells you have to go upstairs, see the GM. You go upstairs to see the GM, you walk up, you're looking at your phone, you see that it is somebody else visiting them, a veteran. They're most likely going to cut you, and they're going to bring the veteran in. When they cut you, there's a 24-hour period where any other team can pick you up and put you on the active 53 or put you on the P squad. Now, you got to understand that team drafted you, and it's no guarantee that when you go to another team that year that they will bring you back. So you have to play the game right and not get in your feelings, because if you just leave and get in your feelings about getting cut and not condoning business right, you will not be on a team the next year because you just said, I'm going to leave. Now, at the end of the day, it's your decision, regardless of how you feel about being cut on the day of the 53. Again, the NFL is a business. So you have to know where your leverage is, whether you're going to stay, you're going to leave, that team brings you back, you come back with the same attitude. And the things you can control is when you do come back within 24 hours, put you on P squad. What is your attitude? What is your demeanor? How are you acting on the field? Are you lazy, loafing? Because if that's the case, you will be cut. That is what you can control. Your attitude, your demeanor, how you're on the football field, how are you condoning, how are you finishing? That is the controllable. Again, the N stands for money. So on the third floor, the decisions will be made on money. So you can't get in your feelings about it. You got to understand that it's a business and that you control only the controllable. Attitude, mindset, how you come to work every day, how you enter the building, and who you are in the building. You can't control getting cut after a regular season practice. You can't control a coach not liking you. And honestly, you shouldn't really give a fuck about being liked, because respectfully, you should want them to respect your film and who you are as a man first. However, you must have a business mindset. Now, that is the N, the F, and the L. Follow for part 3. Tree out.